When life hits you with pressure, most people panic, but I want you to understand something today. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is the signal that you are growing. When life starts to feel heavy, when the challenges pile up, when the road gets dark and confusing, that is not the moment to doubt yourself. That is the moment to realize you are standing at the door of a new version of you. Every person who has ever achieved anything extraordinary walked through seasons of discomfort. Not because they enjoyed it, but because they understood that pain is not punishment. Pain is training. It is life shaping you into someone capable of carrying the success you say you want. You see, people often imagine success as a straight path, smooth, predictable, easy to navigate. But the truth is, every meaningful achievement is built on layers of failure, disappointment, pressure, and uncertainty. Those moments where you feel like it's too much, where your patience is thinning, where you're questioning if it's even worth it, those moments are the exact cracks where your strength begins to take form. You don't build resilience reading a book. You build resilience when everything you counted on collapses and you still find the courage to take one more step. You build strength when you are tired and the world says stop, yet something inside you whispers not yet. The difference between people who make it and people who don't is not talent. It's not intelligence, it's not luck. It's how they respond when the pain arrives. Most people run. Most people hide. Most people quit the moment it starts to hurt. But the ones who rise, the ones who win, they lean into the discomfort. They let the pain refine them instead of defeat them. They treat every obstacle like a teacher, every setback like a lesson, every failure like feedback. The challenge you're facing right now, what if it's not here to break you, but to build you? What if this pressure is the preparation designed specifically for your next level? You want greatness? Then you must be willing to carry the weight that greatness requires. You must be willing to stay in the fire long enough for it to mold you. You must be willing to endure seasons where it feels like no one understands your struggle, where the world doubts you, where progress seems invisible. Because that invisible season is where real growth happens. That is where champions are formed. And the beautiful part is this: the pain you feel today will eventually become the power you use tomorrow. The pressure that scares you now will one day become the skill that sets you apart. The struggle that exhausts you will soon be the story that inspires thousands. But only if you decide to keep going. Only if you refuse to let the pain make you quit. Remember this, it's not over until I win. When you look in the mirror, you have to see more than just who you are right now. You have to see who you're becoming. Because your future is not built on the strength you show when things are easy. Your future is built on the way you show up when everything feels like it's falling apart. You have to become a person who refuses to lose themselves when life gets loud, chaotic, and confusing. You have to know exactly who you are and what you stand for, even when people doubt you, even when the environment tries to pull you back into old habits, old mindsets, old limitations. Your identity is your anchor, and when storms come, and they will, it's your identity that keeps you from drifting into fear, insecurity, and failure. There are moments in life where you feel like everything around you is moving faster than you can keep up with. Expectations rise, pressure builds, people talk. Life demands more than you feel ready to give, and this is where most people lose themselves. They start performing instead of becoming. They start pretending instead of growing. They trade authenticity for acceptance. But you're not built for that. You weren't designed to shrink to fit someone else's comfort zone. You were designed to grow so boldly that the world has no choice but to adjust to you. Every day you have two choices: to evolve or repeat. Evolve into the version of you that refuses excuses, that refuses fear, that refuses to let circumstances dictate identity. or repeat the same cycles that have kept you stuck, cycles of doubt, hesitation, and broken commitments. Becoming unstoppable isn't about force, it's about alignment. It's about aligning your actions with your values, your work ethic with your dreams, your decisions with your destiny. When who you say you are matches how you show up every single day, that's when everything changes. That's when confidence stops being a feeling and becomes a lifestyle. You must decide right now that you are done negotiating with your potential, done watering down your ambition to make others comfortable, done allowing temporary emotions to sabotage permanent goals. Becoming unstoppable means you commit to your growth so deeply that nothing, no setback, no delay, no failure, can convince you to walk away from who you're meant to be. It means you stop waiting for motivation and start operating from discipline. Motivation fades, but identity remains. And when your identity becomes stronger than your excuses, you become a force that cannot be slowed. The world doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. And if you want to win, truly win, you have to show up like someone who refuses to lose. You have to walk like it, speak like it, work like it, think like it, because once you decide who you are, nothing can break you. The fire inside you becomes greater than any challenge outside you. So stand firm, rise up, and become unstoppable. There will come a moment in your journey when the world seems to pause, when life goes quiet right before everything changes. And in that moment, doubt will try to creep in, fear will try to pull you back, your past will whisper that you're not ready, not strong enough, not capable. But that moment is the doorway. That moment is the exact place where transformation begins, and you have a choice to stay who you've been or step boldly into who you're becoming. This is where people get stuck, not because they lack potential, but because they let fear rewrite the truth about who they are. They let past failures speak louder than future possibilities. They let one bad season convince them their story is over. But you must understand, your next chapter doesn't require perfection. It requires permission you give yourself to rise. Breakthrough doesn't happen in comfort. Breakthrough happens when you stand in front of your fears and refuse to move backward. When you say, I don't know how long it will take, but I'm staying. I don't know how hard it will get, but I'm pushing. I don't care what it costs. I'm not giving up. That level of commitment changes everything, because fear is only powerful when you listen to it. The moment you stop letting fear make your decisions, it loses control over your future. Your comeback doesn't start when the world believes in you. It starts when you believe in you, when you choose courage over comfort, when you choose to try again instead of surrender, when you choose to stand up even after life knocked you down in ways you didn't see coming. A breakthrough is not an accident. It's a decision. It's you deciding that the pain won't define you. It's you deciding that you're tired of living below your potential. It's you deciding that you are done running from the very battles that were meant to shape you. Sometimes the fight you're in is not the enemy attacking. It's life preparing you, strengthening you, stretching you, getting you ready for the blessing you said you wanted. You can't pray for greatness and then complain about the weight that greatness demands. You can't ask for elevation and then reject the pressure that builds the character required to handle it. So when you feel stuck, understand this: you are not stuck, you are being shaped. When you feel lost, understand you are not lost, you are being led. When you feel overwhelmed, understand you are not overwhelmed, you are being strengthened. Every step, even the painful ones, are part of the breakthrough that is forming inside you. And if you feel like you're on the edge of something big, don't walk away now. Lean in, push forward. Step through the fear, because what's waiting on the other side is a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you've ever known. Breakthrough is calling, answer it. There comes a point in life when you have to look around and realize that not everyone is meant to walk with you to the finish line. Some people were only designed to be part of your story for a season, not the whole journey, and that's not betrayal, that's evolution. As you grow, as you change, as you rise into the person you're supposed to become, you're going to outgrow environments, conversations, habits, and yes, even people. You can't stay connected to who you were and expect to reach who you're meant to be. Growth requires separation. Elevation requires distance. And sometimes the hardest part of winning is walking away from the things and people that keep pulling you back to an older version of you. You've got to stop feeling guilty for protecting your peace. Stop apologizing for choosing environments that fuel your future instead of feed your fears. You can't build a championship life surrounded by people who are comfortable losing. You can't talk about discipline, hunger, and vision around people who have already surrendered to average. Some people don't want you to change because your growth reminds them of everything they refuse to confront in themselves. That's why they question your dreams. That's why they downplay your progress. That's why they discourage your ambition. And the moment you stop shrinking to fit their comfort, you become a threat to their complacency. But hear me, you were not born to play small. You were not born to stay loyal to environments that are killing your potential. If you're going to accomplish anything great, you must learn to travel light. That means letting go of negative voices, toxic energy, and relationships that drain your strength instead of sharpening your spirit. It doesn't mean you stop loving people. It means you start loving yourself enough to walk away when the environment becomes too expensive for your destiny. Because every time you choose someone who isn't growing, you sacrifice a piece of your own growth. Every time you stay in a place where you no longer belong, you delay the life you were meant to live. You need people around you who challenge you, not comfort your excuses. People who remind you of your calling, not your limitations. People who speak life into your dreams, not fear into your mind. The right circle doesn't just support you, they elevate you. They push you, they hold you accountable. They expect more from you because they see more in you. That's the energy you deserve. That's the environment your future requires. So if you feel alone right now, understand this. Isolation is often preparation. When life starts pulling people away, don't fight it, don't chase it, don't question it. Sometimes the universe is clearing space because what's coming next is too big, too heavy, too powerful to fit with the people who were never meant to handle it. Trust the separation, trust the silence, trust the shift, because the moment you release what's blocking you, you create room for what's meant to build you. Walk forward boldly even if you have to walk alone.